And we're live. Let's just play the final Jeopardy song just to get started. That's pretty loud. Looks like it's kind of loud. I'm going to turn that down. There we go. Nice and gentle. Nice and beautiful. Peaceful, I would argue. It's Saturday night. My friends are afraid of being hit by tornadoes and are thus sheltering in place. And that means it's time for a solo stream. It's Jerkpardy, the game where a jerk plays Jeopardy with you. That's the whole joke. That's the whole joke. Trying to get a Will Ferrell Trebek kind of thing going, but it's not working. Hi, Josiah. Now, Josiah, that as a first message of the night feels like something I should mod, but I'm not going to. Hi. Hi, Rodrigo. Hey, thanks for not loudly yelling. We are jerking it. That's, so far, one chatter who has started with "We are jerking it," and another chatter who has not. It's really almost biblical. The choice between good and evil here is just straight out of them Left Behind books. You ever hear of Left Behind? Rodrigo, did Left Behind make it to Brazil? I know I always ask you questions about Brazil, but it's because you live there and I don't. So how else am I going to get information about it? Yeah, there's our board. There's our beautiful board. Who's ready to talk about these categories? I am. Hi, Neil. All right, Neil. You're on the side of the angels here because you didn't yell, "We are jerking it." So now it's a real 1-2. Inside every person, there are 3 wolves, one of whom yells, "We are jerking it," at the start of my stream. I'm gonna sip a little coffee. I had a bad brain day, I will say. It was a long time getting my 5 stories done today. I say they were translated, but I've never heard of it. Yeah, Left Behind was inescapable in the United States circa 2004, I want to say. I think there's like some 9/11 DNA in their kind of conception of the conflict of the end times. I could have that timeline completely wrong. But yeah, I actually, when I was a kid and I was an evangelical Christian, I read an entirely different post-rapture. What's it going to be like after the rapture? We're going to have to deal with all the Satan stuff. That had some like real good, like, they're going to put barcodes in your neck. Neil has referred to them as Christian Harry Potter. Now, I believe, of course, Neil, you're thinking of Cousin Henry Potter and the Terrible Time Machine. That's right, Cousin Henry Potter and the Terrible Time Machine, a book I discovered at Goodwill, a self-published book by a weird Christian author. That was the idea was, what if Harry Potter's cousin Henry also? I think This Present Darkness was the book I read, maybe Josiah. But no, so in Cousin Henry Potter and the Terrible Time Machine, so Harry Potter has a cousin whose name is Henry, who also comes to Hogwarts. And then they go visit their friend, a professor who's built a time machine, and they use it to go back to Bible times to see Bible stories play out. So it's a lot. Some of it was, if I recall correctly, formatted like a script. That was just Bible stuff happening, and then every now and then, either Harry or Henry Potter, because they both went on the trip, going, "Wow. Can someone do the weeds in my garden, please?" Puppy says. Maybe maybe you can win that while playing Jerkpardy tonight. But yeah, if you can track down a copy of Cousin Henry Potter and the Terrible Time Machine, I think I've talked about it on Guppy before. I gave it to a friend. A real shame and a real reminder not to have friends. All right, we got some people in chat. Let's get started. So I have a simplified soundboard tonight, which means I don't have the weird Jeopardy song, and I don't have the flute Jeopardy song for everyone to enjoy, which is like, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna have to play. How's the sound? Tell me how the sound is, everybody. I have the air conditioner on because it's like 90 something in Portland today. So let me know if it's making too much background noise. Also, as much lemonade and cookies as Josiah can drink or eat. Cool. Categories today are science, Charlie Chaplin films, buildings, USA, the fourth, and by the numbers. Hi, Jack. For the record, this game is from 1996. This is the game that was broadcast on my 12th birthday in 1996. Let me double check that. I apologize, 94. This is my 10th birthday. This is the game that was broadcast on my 10th birthday, which I think was better than my 12th birthday, if memory serves. I think my 12th birthday sucked. One of those was like right out in Columbine, too. Not to make that not to be like a bummer or whatever. Rodrigo was just a few months old. That's right, Rodrigo. I'm a decade older than you, and I'll always be ahead of you in everything. All right, so you've all played before. Let's start doing some jerk. I'm just going to start with science. Or, I'm going to start with USA because it's where they started in the game. So, here we go. Fans of this Massachusetts capital call it the hub of the universe. So all you need to do is know the capital of Massachusetts, something I definitely know. Massachusetts is one of the ones where the big city is also the capital, right? It's Boston. It's tricky, right? There's so many states where the capital isn't, the big cool city, but yeah. Okay. And as a reminder, please do not start typing until I have finished reading the question. USA for 400. Brigham City in this state is so proud of its peaches that it celebrates Peach Days every year. Until Phoenix became so popular, Boston was the most populous capital. So Brigham, I had an instant reaction, but I do think that the peaches thing, I can't think of peaches without thinking of a previous boss who will go unnamed, who demanded that after Justin Bieber had the popular Peach song, we should reach out to the Peach Growers Association to see whether that had affected peach sales. She was very adamant that that was a good idea for an AV Club story. It was Utah, Brigham. Brigham was the clue there, not all the peaches shit. Okay, we were all wrong. We were all led astray by peaches. It was Utah. Damn. All right. USA for 600. Crazy the peaches grow. Yeah, I guess they're hardy. Or Utah's probably nice if you don't count the people. Old Original Bookbinders, which opened in 1865, is this Pennsylvania city's most famous restaurant. The Mormon Peaches does sound like some sort of group. You know what? That's like a TikTok group, right? The Mormon Peaches are crazy. The Mormon Peaches, those women are psychopaths. I'm seeing, I don't know the answer here. It was Philadelphia. Good job, Neil. Philadelphia's most famous restaurant in 1994 was old original bookbinders. Let's look up old original bookbinders, just for fun. Make sure YouTube doesn't play the "Would I Lie to You" clip I was looking at earlier. I said that furtively. I was just watching "Would I Lie to You" clips. I've never watched an episode, but old bookbinders. The Old Bookbinders Ale House. Old original bookbinders. I'm so sorry. Man, Google's gotten bad. This one's in UK. All right, I've lost interest. 800. You'll find the Butler Institute of American Art in this youthful Ohio city. What are dried peaches called? Pleaches? Jack says Youngstown, which is, from context clues, certainly has a ring of truth to it. It was correct, Jack. Jack, you got it, and I'm proud of you. When people get some questions right, you're going to hear that I'm proud of you tonight. I'm drinking coffee, and I'm trying to be a better person. And I think more game show hosts should tell the contestants how proud they are of them. At 13,161 feet, Wheeler Peak in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains is the highest point in this state. Well, I tell you, those mountains are named after blood of Christ. I'll tell you that right now for free. Wheeler, probably named after the Wheeler family from Stranger Things. Very prescient on Jeopardy's part. We have some guesses coming in. I'm going to assume those are guesses. I mean, Josiah's was definitive. Will I tell Josiah that I'm proud of them? No, because it was New Mexico. You dumb shit. That's the other side. There's nice, but then there's mean. Okay. Neil, you have control of the board. You want science, Charlie Chaplin films, buildings, the fourth, or by the numbers? Fourth. This Wisconsin Capitol is named after the fourth president. That's a Jeopardy question. They asked that on Jeopardy. They asked that for Jeopardy contestants to answer. Jack's in there fast. Fast keyboard, Jack. Madison. It's the fourth reindeer mentioned in A Visit from St. Nicholas. What is fixing, Josiah says. What is fixing? What is vibin? And doofus. That was a triple stumper from the room, but Jack got it. And eventually Josiah did. It's Vixen. I didn't remember it. And neither did Ruth, Kevin, or Dan. All right. Asia's longest river. It's the world's fourth longest. Asia's longest river, it's the world's fourth longest. Josiah put in an obvious guess, but maybe it was right. I don't know the answer here. I'm bad at geography and worse at liquid geography. Oh, we were all wrong. It was the Yangtze. It was the Yangtze. For 800, it's the Daily Double, motherfuckers! Everybody rave to the Daily Double! Everyone put in how much of your feelings you're willing to be hurt if you're wrong about this answer in fourth. The fourth largest island in the Mediterranean, it lies between Italy and France. I have a guess. Okay, everyone's saying Sardinia. I, because of Napoleon, am going to say Corsica. What's the JoJo's Island? Is that a reference to the anime or the snack? Thank you, Neil. Corsica, I swear, is smaller than Sardinia, but that's annoying. Did people like the sounds I made when I got that one right? Kevin lost $1,000. Kevin said Malta. Stupid Kevin. For 1,000. Jeopardy once featured a category on This Shakespeare Plays Part 2. In the fourth is the category. What's the joke here? Is there a Shakespeare play with fourth? I mean, Henry the Fourth? Heroy the Fourth. It was Henry the Fourth. Oh, here's some data. The category appeared in 1670 in number 1677, aired 1991 in December 10th, and only one clue was uncovered before time ran out. Thanks, J Archive. All right, Josiah. I'm proud of you. It's your board. Science, Charlie Chaplin films, buildings, or by the numbers. Reminder, big thank you to Nick for making the plugin that makes this much, much easier to do. The visual plugin. This is not what JArchive natively looks like. It's a plugin. Heartache by the numbers. For 200. It's the number of days in September, April, June, or November. I'm going to go in the Duckfeed Discord right now and just say, hey. It's 30. Everyone got it right that it's 30. You did it. You knew something that we teach first graders. Everybody got their... What's everybody's favorite trick for remembering how many days months have? Don't just say remembering. Don't be a dick. I do the knuckle thing. Where you put your hands together in front of you. That was a wild Jeopardy question, right? That was a very, very, very... very easy Jeopardy question. Mnemonic. You remember the film Johnny Mnemonic where he lists all the number of days? Having increased to 15 stripes by 1795, the American flag returned to this many in 1818. Because someone said, too many goddamn stripes. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Neil got in there first with 13. Correct. The Jack bringing up the rear. In their number one hit, Blank and the Mysterians wanted you to cry, cry, cry this many tears. Question mark and the Mysterians? Question mark and the Mysterians. It was 96. Jack, you got the joke in and the correct answer. Very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. It's slang for a piano. It's slang for a piano in By the Numbers. It's not the ivories. It's something with the number of keys, I guess. 88. Never heard that before. In the charge of the Light Brigade, it's the number of soldiers who rode into the Valley of Death. I think I know this. Into the Valley of Death rode the... Is it... Okay, Jack, you're right. Okay, I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 8. It is 6. Okay. Jack, you've got the board held in your beautiful manly hands. Buildings. Charlie Chaplin films are our old friend Science. Sorry, I shouldn't use gendered compliments for people. Your neat, nondescript hands. Charlie Chaplin films. I hope this is general, because I'm going to eat shit at it. Despite my deep love of Mark Proksch. The first time these were awarded, Chaplin got 2 nominations and a special award for Da Circus, which had nothing to do, as far as I know, with Andy Serkis. Josiah in there very fast with Oscars. Oscars, 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 Academy Awards, Oscars, Oscars. Marlon Brando and Sophia Loren starred in A Countess from This Place, Chaplin's last film. I don't know this from either direction. They've given you 2 ways to get to the answer, but they are both blocked and dark paths to me. Marlon Brando and Sophia Loren starred in A Countess from This Place, Chaplin's last film. Hong Kong. Good for Kevin. This Jackie Coogan movie was the first feature-length film that Chaplin wrote and directed. Now, this is just a question about the filmography of Charlie Chaplin, and I'm going to not get it right. It was The Kid. Good job, Josiah. This stone-face silent screen comedian appeared in Chaplin's 1952 film Limelight. Oh God, who was Stoneface? Elig, welcome to Jerkpardy. I'm telling people I'm proud of them when they get questions right. It's the only reward I have. But when they get things wrong, oh baby. Josiah, I don't think it's Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton wasn't Stoneface. Who is Charlie Chaplin? That's a great question, Elig. Everything I know about him comes from episodes of On Cinema, unfortunately, where you basically just learned about how he died. It was Buster Keaton. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I'm proud of you, Josiah. Fuck. Chaplin falls in love with a blind flower girl in this 1931 release that some consider his best. Is this The Dictator? The Tramp. What is Modern Times? Modern Times seems like a good guess. City Lights! Everybody wrong! Everybody suck! Everybody bad at the Jeopardy! Josiah, you got the board. You want science or you want a buildings? Yeah, you said the other one. You said the wrong one too quickly, Josiah. And I get bored. You misspelled it, and it turned into The Tramp. That's a rough misspelling. Folic acid is necessary for the production of red blood cells in this part of the bones. Hey, it's a $200 question that actually takes some information to know. Folic acid is necessary for the production of red blood cells in this part of the bones. Josiah dominating with the marrow. Elig in, just a little too late to be told that I'm proud of you. 309, glycine, and leucine are 3 of these, quote, acids that make up proteins. Jack, incorrect. Elig, incorrect. Still wrong, still wrong. Everybody needs to take a biology class. What are amino acids? What are amino acids? It's like the rest of you never took graduate level microbiology courses. Although this is amino acids are in. They teach this in high school. He formulated his 3 laws of motion in 1687. It's very wild to me to occasionally remember that I used to be a microbiologist. I'm so fucking stupid. Kneel in there nice and fast with Newton. He also made a delicious fig. This element has 3 natural isotopes, mass numbers 234, 235, and 238. This is one for the StarCraft players out there. Kneel in there nice and fast with uranium. I'm right? That isn't that aren't U-238 rounds a thing an upgrade you can get in StarCraft? I feel like that's the case. Uranium fever. I did not like the uranium fever bit in season 2 of Fallout. I didn't like almost anything that took place in the vault this season. Man, that's a messy show. Some really good stuff in there, but just a mess as like a whole. Shockley, Breton, and Bardeen won a Nobel Prize for this electronic transfer resistor. An electrical engineer named Shockley? Wow. And it's hat on a hat, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Neil, I mean, I was thinking like semiconductor, but you're absolutely right that the transfer resistor is the transistor. Neil, you do not get to pick a category, but you do get to be told, I'm proud of you. Buildings. Pepi I of the 6th dynasty was entombed in one of these. Pepi I of the 6th dynasty was entombed in one of these. Yeah, it probably is pyramid, isn't it? I was like, mausoleum? No. Pyramid. Good job, Josiah. One of these usually tops a rotunda. This is a hard question. This is a hard category. There's a lot of buildings out there. Okay, I'm seeing some answers. I'm gonna give everybody a little bit more time to think about. One of these usually tops a rotunda. I think Josiah's bad spelling is finally trying to get there. Oh, but no, Jack was correct. Just a dome. A dome. Good job, Jack. I thought minaret too. It was a dome. Well, here we go. A minaret is the slim tower on one of these. Outing the rotunda like that on live TV. A mosque. A mosque is specifically, apparently, what a minaret is on top of. Aren't minarets also a thing in Orthodoxy? Like, isn't that why there's a bunch of minarets in Russia? Oh, well. It can be a resort hotel or a house used during the hunting season. A resort hotel or a house used during the hunting season. Josiah, that's what I'm thinking, but I bet... okay, yeah. Is everyone's saying a lodge? Okay, yeah. Allegedly, yeah. And for 1,000. A hippodrome is used for horse races, and a velodrome is used for these races. I used to do a improv show sometimes called Velodrome in Portland. I won't tell you what the name of the theater that put it on was because it would be a big hint. So I think everybody's wrong. I believe that this is bicycles. Bicycles. Kickstand was the is the very good indie improv comedy space here in Portland. Some of my old improv buddies run it, and they used to do a show called Velodrome. I think they still do, actually. Okay, that's single Jeopardy wrapped. Jack got bicycle in there right at the end, so Jack has control of the board. Let me hit the board fill sound. Have not done actual onstage improv in 7 years, I think. 6 years. 6 years. Yangtze and cycling was slam dunk. Yeah, get in here, puppy. Come on. Ooh, a category I love, 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 love. It's the French Revolution. Contemporary women. Reminder, this episode's from 1994. Trees. Artists. Ranches and other assorted dressings. And playwrights. Jack, you have control of the board. What category would you like? Yay, French Revolution. If I miss one in here, I'm going to be mad at myself. Genuinely. This instrument of death was nicknamed the Widow. A gay loaf of bread is not right, Neil. You were wrong. Jack got it right. La guillotine. On July 14th, 1789, the Marquis de Lautner, governor of this Paris fortress, was murdered by a crowd. Yeah, Tom Reeve, you've got to sign the contract in blood. I'm kidding. Just as soon as I finish reading the, yeah, don't start typing until I finish reading the question, and then go ahead and just get in there. And you almost beat Jack, who's got very fast fingers, non-gendered. And that, of course, is Le Bastille. And then Neil made a Dark Souls 2 reference, so we're all having some fun. Now a garden, this royal residence near the Louvre was stormed twice in 1792. This is a hard question. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Wrong. I don't speak French. I believe this is the Tuileries Garden. The Tuileries. That was a hard question. For 1600. In July 1793, this radical was stabbed to death by Girondist sympathizer Charlotte Corday. They are going hardcore. Like, these are, like, pretty deep French Revolution knowledge questions. Tom Reeve, very quick in there with Marat. Very good. Jean-Paul Marat. Stabbed to death in a bathtub full of milk. Jack, what do you have against Talleyrand? Jack, what is your grudge against Talleyrand? That guy fucking sucked. See, almost all my French Revolution stuff comes from Mike Duncan, who's a big Talleyrand fan. Yeah, cowardly asshole, but you kind of had to be to survive in that time. I don't want to get into a deep conversation about the ethics of Talleyrand, who betrayed multiple people he was ostensibly negotiating on behalf of, including Napoleon. Anyway. On June 4th, 1794, this Jacobin leader was elected president of the National Convention. This is the 2000? You're asking about Marat up in 1600, and then this is the big money question. Yeah, it's Robespierre. That made me happy. All right, Jack, you won the category. Contemporary women, trees, artists, ranches, or playwrights? Women! In 1993, this French chef became the first woman inducted into the Culinary Institute of America's Hall of Fame. Hell yeah, good for you, Jack. Tom Reeve in there nice and fast with Julia Child. For 800. The winningest player in tennis, she announced that 1994, her 22nd year on the tour, will be her last. Neil, great. Thank you for having a Julia Child react or emote, whatever the fuck they're called in Twitch. I don't know. Get out of my butt. I would not ring in on this answer. I'm not doing my Coriat score. Oh well. I forgot to do my Coriat on this one. Is there any... It's eggs emote. Yeah. Eggs is great. We all like eggs. No, it's not. Serena. So this would be someone who started in 72. Is there any chance this is Billie Jean King? No, we were all wrong. Martina Navratilova. All right. This Kennedy family member founded the Special Olympics and serves as its honorary chairman. Shit. I think I would ring in on this. Carolyn? Oh no, Eunice Shriver. We were all wrong. It was Eunice Shriver. There's some Kennedy show coming out soon, so I had to, like, read all of the... Yeah, I think she was, like, she's one of Joseph's daughters, who I think married Sergeant Shriver, and that's why her last name is Shriver. Yeah, there's a Kennedy show coming up that's going to deal with, like, all the Rosemary Kennedy stuff, which is incredibly grim if you don't know that history. Maria Shriver was married to Arnold, yes. And for 1600. This TV journalist's father, William Ling, was a diplomat in Chiang Kai-shek's government. That's right, Josiah, the one who didn't get lobotomized, unlike, I believe, Rosemary Kennedy was the one who was lobotomized. Jack is... Yeah, you gotta be right? I was thinking it would be Lisa Ling, right? But she's too young to be the answer in 94 and not generally famous enough. So yeah, Connie Chung. Okay. And in 1981 and 1983, this future governor was named Woman of the Year by the Texas Women's Political Caucus. God damn it. What's her name? She dated Bill Dauterive. And... Jack's saying Kay Bailey Hutchison. I think this is the woman who... And, damn it, she dated Bill Dauterive. Ann Richards. Ann Richards. Is my chat as obsessed with King of the Hill as I am? Does my chat love King of the Hill the way I do? I don't know. Yeah, she dated Bill Dauterive for a while. in King of the Hill. Okay, let's see. Who... Yeah, Jack, you got the last correct answer since we all... fucked up on Ann Richards. Trees, artists, ranches, or playwrights? Well, then, Elig, you remember that Ann Richards they moon Ann Richards, and then she dates Bill Dauterive for a little while. But that brings his ex-wife back. Artists. Gustav Vigeland's former studio is now a museum in this Norwegian capital. Jack first says Jesus Christ and then Oslo, the famous pharmacy company. Several notable works by the Venetian artist Tintoretto depict this patron saint of Venice. This Norwegian capital is... Which Norwegian capital? We have so many. This is my Norwegian accent. It's pretty Italian. So probably not Josiah. I don't think so, Jack. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is St. Mark. St. Mark. The big public square in Venice is St. Mark's. The big one that it floods all the time. It was the time I was there, it was flooded. Venice, really cool city. There's no cars. Hans Holbein, the Younger, designed a macabre series of woodcuts called The Dance of This. Was it St. Mark that called me fat? How many kilo? So, to be clear, the how many kilo story happened that both of you decided to bring up at the same time, great, happened in a laundromat in Florence. It's probably not... They probably put macabre in the question so you wouldn't say of macabre. Tom Reeves got a... Yeah, Tom Reeves got it. Tom Reeves got it. It's just death. All right. How many... Let's find out. Let's find out. How many kilo am I? Like 160 maybe? That might be huge. 117. 117 kilo is about what I'm at the moment. And now I know. How many stone? No one knows stone, Neil. Get out of here. Around 1908, the group known as the Ashcan School rose to prominence in this U.S. metropolis. Yeah, 160 would be a lot. 160 is a little more than what I am. I weigh about... I've lost some weight since the Ozempic. I weigh about 260 pounds these days. I've heard of the Ashcan School, but Josiah's no waiting. New York, you changed your answer, Josiah. You don't get credit. Oh, I really wanted to be proud of you, too. Shout out to Ashcan Pete. I love Ashcan Pete. And Duke.
It's the Daily Double, fuckers! Oh my god! Wager it! How many days of your life will you wager on this question? You have to promise me that if you get it wrong, you will die sooner.
In artists, I would bet nothing. I think my hit rate in this category has been what? Got that, and then beefed it on the last two. So, this Englishman known for his black and white Art Nouveau drawings was only 25 when he died in 1898. Yep. 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 Black and white Art Nouveau. Tom Reeve guesses Jim Davis. But a lot of Jim Davis's Art Nouveau drawings are in color, especially on Sundays. Waiting to see anybody trying to make an actual answer. Josiah made an actual answer. Good for you. Beardsley. Beardsley. Well-known Dimension 20 disruptor, Aubrey Beardsley. Okay. Shouldn't have bet all your days. Nope. Bye, Elig. Okay, who was the last person to not shit the bed? It's a couple questions back. It's Tom Reeve. Tom Reeve, you have control of the board. Trees, ranches, or playwrights? And Neil trying to make a Deltarune reference. Gonna get there. I have faith in you. Trees, please. The strong, hard wood of the ash tree is used for oars and this piece of baseball equipment. It's the ball. No one needs to write anything. The answer is the ball. The strong, hard wood of the ash tree is used for oars and the ball. I'm sorry, I'm seeing a lot of people put other things. The correct answer is the ball. The ball. It's believed that this religious leader received enlightenment under a Bodhi or bow tree. Hi, Vin. We're at 2 real dummy questions at the start of trees. Maybe they put trees in so the Jeopardy, a confidence builder. Everybody's saying Buddha, 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 Buddha. Hey, it was the Buddha! The quaking species is the most common type of this tree in North America. We should watch these streams in a VR chat sometime. Josiah, I'm going to ask you not to make my Jeopardy streams horny. See, now this is a question I have no fucking clue. Everyone's putting question marks after their answers. That seems like a good answer, Jack. That seems like it could totally be an answer, but so do the other two that I'm seeing in chat. It was the aspen. It was the quaking aspen. Great job, Jack. Proud of you. Scientifically speaking, this tropical fruit tree is Mangifera indica. Oh, whoa. I prefer a Mangifera sativa. I can make cool jokes. It can't be mango, right? That's got to be there because the guy who named it loved Japanese comics. It was the mango tree. It was the mango. The Mangifera scientifically was misspelled in the clue as oh, we didn't even notice that. No, wrong question. Scientifically. No one caught that it was scientifically. Could have gotten a lot of points for that. Ascolano, Manzanillo, and Mission are commercially important kinds of this tree. Yeah, I would guess apple. Pine is being offered up from some people. Olives! Manzanilla! Olives! Olives! Yeah, olives. Manzana is apple, right? We were all trying to, yeah. Olives. It was the olive tree. Triple stumper. Everybody's stupid. Everybody beefed it. Everybody beefed it in the room. Ruth said oak. Kevin said palm. Okay, so I gotta scroll back up. Who said mango first? I believe Jack said mango first. Jack. I said Matt instead of Jack because of mango. You want ranches or playwrights? I'm sorry I don't have more contemporary women for you, Jack. I know you're a feminist. Ranches. At the turn of the century, the Eaton Ranch near Sheridan, Wyoming, became the first of these Western vacation resorts. Seeing a lot of Hidden Valley answers. Seeing a lot of, like, I was going to ask a question where I faked it. Josiah got in there very quickly with a dude ranch. Neil gives the always correct answer to a Jeopardy question. Who gives a shit? This ranch near Corpus Christi, Texas, is about 2/3 the size of Delaware. Oh, what is this thing called? Didn't Taylor Sheridan make a show named after this? Isn't it Numbers? Isn't this thing Numbers? Anyway, isn't this thing Numbers? Isn't this one Numbers? Like the 7, like it's like the 6-7 ranch or whatever, the 7-8 or... Isn't this one Numbers, everybody? I feel like this is Numbers and Taylor Sheridan made like a TV show about it. Or something. It's the King Ranch. I have no fucking clue. Ruth rang in, said LBJ Ranch. A good try. And some people are saying some things from Bonanza.
Oh, fuck! It's a daily double! Oh my god. If I get this right, I'm gonna make this noise for twice as long.
The 250,000-acre Parker Ranch in this state is one of the largest U.S. cattle ranches under single ownership. I mean, there's an obvious answer, and I'm gonna say it. Jackson, okay. Seeing some answers. I don't know if people are pulling this from actual information. I don't know where ranches go. I'm gonna go ahead and say Montana. Well, fuck all of us. Fuck all of us. Jeopardy! Jeopardy was being funny with a mean question no one was ever gonna get right. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Hawaii! I don't get to make the sound again. Man, Kevin, I would be mad. I would have to, you're not allowed to get mad on Jeopardy. I would be mad. I bet Kevin was a little mad. By the way, my previously mentioned friend Alice, who is one of a couple people I used to do Endless Shrimp with when Endless Shrimp would happen, did notify me that Endless Shrimp is going on right now. And they have a new variety that I think is replacing the Alfredo that's kind of like some sort of like tomato. It's called Marry Me Shrimp, though. Because it's so good that you would that you could propose over it. The thing is, they've been doing it. You can just get... Yeah, it's called Marry Me Shrimp. Because they do like if you go out Red Lobster on Mondays. No, okay, I'm sorry. No, they do still have the Alfredo. I'm sorry. They do still have the Alfredo. I'm sorry. I assumed. Why are we talking about Alice and Shrimp? Like sometimes my mind just goes where it goes. Velvety tomato cream sauce topped with a garlic and herb crumble. It's proposal worthy. You have to marry me shrimp. We still have one left in ranches. This 1902 Owen Wister novel is set in Wyoming, on Judge Henry's Sunk Creek Ranch. See, Vin, I do enjoy the Alfredo, but you can only have one order of the Alfredo if you do endless shrimp. The Alfredo is the plug that you put. Neil, I'm gonna mod you real fast. How do I mod people? How do I? Fuck it. Oh, I can't see chat now. God damn it, Neil. Oh no! I've ruined everything because I got mad at that joke. Please. I don't know how to... I fixed it. Give me mod and I'll put myself in the timeout corner. That would be very noble of you, but... okay. I have no idea. Lonesome Dove. The Virginian. All right, gonna have to scroll up a little bit. Yeah, because Tom Reeve, spoiler, not actually the good place. Okay, so did anybody get the daily? No, no one got the fucking daily double right. Did anybody get? Oh, we skipped one. This ranch that features 10 half-buried automobiles inspired a Bruce Springsteen song. I skipped one. Sorry. But yeah, like, I like the Alfredo just fine, Neil. But the thing is, it's a plug. You eat about 10 servings, so you eat about 8 servings of the scampi, about 4 of the breaded. Maybe you try this Marry Me shrimp. So what they've replaced is the skewers, which I never have liked. I've never liked the skewers very much. Jack, that's a good joke. Hidden Volkswagen kind of makes you think of Hidden Valley. It's good. Piano Man Ranch. Yep, Springsteen's famous song. So you get about 8 orders of scampi, 4 of the hand breaded, maybe 1 of whatever the specialty thing is, and then you drop the plug, which is the shrimp Alfredo, on top. And that's how you do endless shrimp. It was the Cadillac Ranch, Neil, or Vin, sorry. I confused Vince and Neil. It is. We are just going to playwrights, though. You don't get to choose. I'm sorry. But good job. Hey, Vin. I'm doing this when people get stuff right. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you that you got that right. You got that right, and I'm really proud of you. Playwrights. When George S. Kaufman was asked to write one of these for himself, he replied, "Over my dead body." I mean, there's a couple different answers here. I'm gonna say, so you're saying obituary. I think it's the joke's funnier if it's epitaph because that actually goes over your dead body. Yes. Weirdly, in the many times I've done endless shrimp, I have never had serious gastrointestinal distress from it, and I get gastrointestinal distress from a lot of things. This Tom Jones author's 1736 comedy Pasquin satirizes 18th century theater. I don't remember who wrote Tom Jones, but that's not unusual, I think. I don't remember. At some point, I have encountered this information and did not retain it. Heard what, Tom Reeve? That's right, Jack. It was Noel Fielding. Famous Mighty Boosh performer Noel Fielding. Her first play, The Children's Hour, premiered in 1934 and ran for 691 performances. This, I also... Fuck. Because somebody not that long ago was doing a version of this. Ah! My brain's fucking Swiss cheese these days. Who's Noel Cad? Noel Cad? Lillian Hellman. Lillian Hellman. That's right. Okay. That's like a witch hunt for lesbians in a children's school, I think. Something like that. Anyway. This 19th century Swede married women named Siri, Frida, and Harriet, but never a Miss Julie. Everybody bring out all your 19th century Swede playwrights. Sorry, Jack, it was Strindberg. Wah, wah, wah. The Strindberg alarm. Once again, we've had people saying Ibsen when it was Strindberg. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm not proud of anybody. And this author of Every Man in His Humor must have been out of humor when he killed a man in a duel in 1598. Jack joke, or reference received. It wasn't a joke. Reference received. Reference received. That's all I can think. Tom Reeve, that's all I can figure. But we were wrong. It was Ben Johnson, Triple Stumper. What a hard fucking category. What a wild swing in difficulty in this 1994 game of Jeopardy. Okay. Final. It's children's literature. I could get that. Going into... Oh, that's final scores. The one thing I do kind of wish... and Nick will hear this, so don't do anything, Nick. But I do like seeing what their scores going into final are. But being able to see the final scores is fine. Only rich or gay people in New York, no playwrights. Got him. Vin, you missed a bunch of stupid fucking clues. We did have to contend with how many days of them are in the month of April. In an episode that broadcast in April. I mean, they record. Okay, anyway. Children's literature. All right, a reminder. I will hit the button, read the question, play the song. Do not start typing until the song ends. Okie dokes. Children's literature. Jennifer Greenway's A Real Little Bunny is a sequel to this Marjorie Williams classic. We do not need this much time for this. Oh, those are their scores going in. Oh, Kevin was out. Yeah, do not start typing until the song ends. Yeah, Kevin didn't get to play final today. And Josiah is in there first with the correct answer. Everyone's getting it right. This is a pretty easy final question. Neil is accusing people of cheating. The answer was The Velveteen Rabbit. Dan and Ruth both got it right. For final scores of... Oh, no, okay. That was not their scores going in. That was their bets. Oh, we had a tie. Kevin must have had... Okay, Kevin must have had exactly double going into final. And bet nothing so that he could co-champion with Ruth here. So no, Kevin was actually, I think, playing smart. Nick, do not update this to show the scores. The scores do not matter nearly as much as the questions. Okay, that took a little less than an hour. What happens to the tie? I don't remember what happens now. In the old days, we're going to have another game with Kevin and Ruth right now. Oh, the next, or not, the next game in the system is... Oh, yeah, they used to get actual runner-up prizes. Oh, this shows the... Okay, at the bottom... Okay, Nick, I apologize. This is... So at the end of double, Kevin had a lock tie. Right, he had a lock tie. And then Ruth had exactly half of his score. So Ruth had to bet everything and get it right, which she did. Okay. And then apparently the next game in the archive... Let me look at this. This is season... So this was April 18th, 1994. And then next game... Okay, this is opening a new... Next game was... Okay, next game is not working properly, I think, in Nick's thing. So, okay, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got Kevin Moran, a book publishing executive from Astoria, New York, whose two-day cash winnings totaled $21,800. Ruth Bargy, a writer from Randolph, New York, whose one-day cash winnings totaled $8,800. And Mike Laser, a writer from New York City, New York. Mike! Laser! Everything looked good. Everything looks good. Our categories for our second game of the evening are... American history, no X. Actors and actresses. Superstitions. Music. I'm sorry. American history. Nope, wrong. Actors and actresses. Superstitions. Music. Doctor's tools. And foreign words and phrases. Josiah, you were the winner of our last game. You pick our first category. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Type, quickly, type, quickly. Type, I'm so bored, I'm so bored, I'm so bored, I'm so bored. Just say, what category? La Pieta Norte. What? Phrases. Foreign words and phrases? Just, I am so disappointed in you. This Italian word for black may remind you of a fiddling emperor. This Italian word for black may remind you of a fiddling emperor. Tom Reven, they're very fast because I assume other people are too busy typing, what a dumb question. For 400. In Greek, this Steve Martin phrase would be me synhoraiti. Me synhoraiti. This Steve Martin phrase. Oh, okay, sure. Josiah in there quickly with, excuse me. Excuse me, princess. No, I think he said that in... Did he say that on SNL? And also, I think in just like his stand-up, I think. Well, excuse me, is how he would say it. Steve Martin, enemy of Terre Haute, Indiana. When seen on a German sign, this word for attention means caution. Tom Reven there nice and fast with baby. Baby was the correct answer. In French, plums are called prunes, and grapes are called these. Haschem? Tom Reeve, that was my joke answer, so I don't know if you're right. Everyone's following the logic here. There's been some logic laid down. It is raisin. All right. Tom Reeve with Vin coming in right afterwards. I forget which question I'm on. In Chinese geographical names, Kiang refers to one of these. I love raisins. I'm a big raisin guy. Give me an oatmeal raisin cookie. I'm in man. Oh, maybe I'll make oatmeal raisin cookies this weekend. We have a couple guesses. Yeah, just keep Tom Reeve. Just everybody keep naming Magic the Gathering lands. I certainly didn't get schooled in what the lands were recently. I have to edit the finale of the finale of the Labyrinth is recorded, but I have to edit it. Oh yeah, Jack. Okay, Jack. I was like, why is Jack saying Danky? Because it's Danky Kiang. I gotta edit that thing. That's gonna be a beast to edit. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It was a river. Everybody wrong. Everybody wrong. Nobody got it right. Everybody fucked up. Pretty dumb and sucks. Everybody wrong. Josiah, did you say river? No lesson today. You should learn Chinese. I've been saying that. Anyway, Josiah, you have the board. Doctors, tools, music, superstitions, actors and actresses, American history. Don't make it irritating. Or slow. Doctor's tools. You left out the apostrophe. This disposable wooden instrument is used in conjunction with the say ah command. Oh my god, There we go, tongue depressor. Thank you. I was sitting here like, what the fuck are those actually called? A tongue depressor. Does everybody think Josiah might be cheating and typing before I start speaking? Or before I'm done speaking? Just start a conversation. One type of this is put in the mouth. Others may be put under the arm or... Tom Reeve, you answered too soon. Elsewhere. Elig, you answered. A lot of people typed. A lot of people typing before I said the last word. A lot of people started typing before I said the last word of the question. I don't think I've seen an answer since I said the last word of the question. This is still in play. I'm still waiting to see someone say it correct. Tom Reeve says thermometer. That's correct. Great job, Tom Reeve. Hey, Tom Reeve. I'm very proud of you. It's made up of earpieces, tubing, and a device with a bell-shaped side and a flat side. Are you dumb? This one might be for you. Oh, you don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right. Tom Reeve says, what is a stethoscope? It's that thing we just said. As its name indicates, it's a syringe used for giving injections under the skin. What is turkey baster? What is a turkey baster? Neil, see, I was going to say I think you're right. I was going to be wrong by saying subcutaneous. But that's not just, that's like in the fat or something. Because that's where I have to inject my, my peptides. Oh! Well, this is an interesting exchange, isn't it? Ruth said subcutaneous, and Alex chastised her for being too correct. And Elig got it right. Hypodermic syringe. Hypodermic syringe. The plessor is a small one of these used by a doctor to test reflexes. So, in other words, losers. Neil coming in fast with hammer. Neil! Enjoy your 1,000 fake dollars and your choice of categories. We still have music, superstitions, actors and actresses, and American history. No X, as the movie had not yet been released. Music. A waste of time. Oh, Rodrigo, is your knee hurt? This 8-letter word is Italian for little opera.
Figaro, 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 Figaro. Oh, Mr. Stark, I'm Figaro. Figaro.
Vin is correct. It's operetta. One of Platinum's best games. The Q in Q-Bop stands for this nationality. Tom Reven, they're very fast with Cuban. Cons, mind, Cuba, fuck, autocorrect, copper. A famous fugue by Domenico Scarlatti may have been inspired by one of these pets walking over harpsichord keys. It was a good joke, Vin. I'm proud of you. Everybody saying cat. It was cat. You don't have half a minute to tell us this kind of note is also called a demi-semiquaver. It's not going to be half note, is it? You don't have half a minute. A demi-semi-quaver. Yeah, demi-semi might be eighth. A 30-second note. Fair enough. Nobody got it right. Josiah got closest. Nobody goes in, nobody comes out of being correct. The medieval bladder pipe was a type of this instrument that's still played today. We are not still in doctor's tools. Yeah, Neil, did the birthday viewing of Whiplash go well? Did the children enjoy the angry man being so mad about the rhythm and the tempo and who's got his sticks and all that shit? I haven't seen it. It was the bagpipe. Tom Reeve, you've got control of the board. Superstitions, actors and actresses, American history. And Jack is mad that people are answering before I've finished reading the question. Again? Okay. Is it going to irritate me? It's against the spirit of Jeopardy rules to start answering during the question. No, I'm going to say you still have to wait. And again, there's probably lag or some sort of computer thing. We'll think about it. It was an odd one for him. It was. He got to see Omni-Man and hear music. Those are the two things that happen in Whiplash, as far as I know, and Mr. Fantastic is there. Jack, you're still doing great. Your hit rate is still very good. It's not all. I'm paying attention to who's getting it right after the fact too. I know I'm not verbalizing that because I don't care, but I am paying attention. Tom Reeves said superstitions. Rain or shine, you're not supposed to open this in the house. I missed your playwright joke. Jack, repeat your playwright joke. Jack, give me your playwright joke. Don't worry about this fucking question. It's umbrellas. We're all adults. What was your playwright joke? I'm with you right now, Jack. I am so locked in. Your text is blue, and it's very easy for me to identify it. I'm just all these like fucking autumn tones or whatever. Children's Hour play. I said mayonnaise. Answer Hellman. Okay, that was a real nerdy fucking joke. That's... Now, if you'd said Cupie or Dukes, you would have gotten me. Yeah? If you'd said Cupie or Dukes. Sorry. But then it wouldn't have matched up with the actual answer, which was Hellman. Shit. The belief that a lot of this is a sign of strength may have come from the Samson story. Neil, we already had a fucking... I can't have a mayonnaise debate in my chat 2 nights in a row. I'm very white, but that's too white. Elig is correct. It is pubes. If your ear is burning, it means someone is doing this. Burning your ear. Holding a lit match to your ear. Firing a flamethrower at your ear. That's what I'll give up something to talk about. I'll give up something to talk about. If these grow together across the bridge of the nose, you'll never wear your wedding clothes. That's not a superstition. That's a mean thing to say about someone's face. That's just a mean thing to say about someone's face. It was your eyebrows. The superstition is rude. It's like, yeah, if your eyebrows match up, you'll never get married. No one will ever fucking love you, asshole. Piece of shit. Get fucked. Never mention the word shank before playing this sport, or you just might do it. That's why I don't eat veal before doing this. Or lamb. I'm not eating a lot of veal anyway. God, I loved veal as a kid. I used to fucking devour a veal parmesan. It's knifey spoony. It's golf. It's golf. You shanking golf. Tom Reeve, another category. Do you want actors and actresses or American history? No, X. I no one's gonna marry you with no fucking teeth, buddy. Who's that? He was cool. We liked him. Vin, I saw your shank joke. Actors and female actors, please. Thank you. Oh, Tom Reeves a feminist. Jack! You got a fellow feminist in the chat. That's exciting. That's cool. If you were home alone with this young star, he might tell you that Bonnie Bedelia is his aunt. I bet he wouldn't, and I shouldn't. I hear them call them simps now. Now, Is simps a Simpson thing? Is simps a thing where you just like really like this? I see it sometimes when people are talking about Marge Simpson, so I kind of assume that it's like a Simpsons thing. Just gonna check the spelling on some of the answers here. Yeah, no one has spelled this correctly yet, so I cannot move on. No one has spelled it correctly yet. I am gonna need an actual. Hi, Alpclam. That's Russ, right? Hi, Russ. Jack, no, I'm sorry. That is an incorrect spelling of Macaulay. What if, God, we would get through so much less. If I was just... Neil, wrong. Jack, more specific, please. There's a lot of Macaulays in the world. Puppy suggests that simp is based in Simpatico. I see, like where they train the FBI. Mr. Brenda's song is correct. Thank you. Macaulay Culkin. And Elig just throwing in a Kieran. So yeah, when you're simpatico with someone, you're simping for them. I guess we're all simping for each other. This late actor who played the Brady Bunch's dad also taught Shakespearean acting. This question is from 1994 when you were more likely to know this answer. I don't. I think I used to, but I don't now. This late actor who played the Brady Bunch's dad... I don't think that's right. Yeah, neither of those is right. Mr. Bunch, sure. Ernest Borgnine is incorrect. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna... Ben Gazzara is, I believe, correct. Jack throwing out, I think... autoerotic asphyxiation jokes, possibly. Simping for the noose. Wish I hadn't. Robert Reed. Okay. No one got that one right. A complete failure. Oh. Well, see, that's sad. Thanks for bringing... Yeah, Jack, thanks for letting us know. In 1966, Meryl Streep played Daisy May in her high school's production of this musical. Yeah, that's a shame, Alpclam. Yeah, Ronald Reagan was a bad guy. Bad guy. My wife spent part of her childhood in San Francisco, where her mom was operating a hospice in the 1980s. And if you don't think that fucks you up, not really my story to tell, but just like some trauma. Like we went to San Francisco a couple years ago so she could like look through some archives and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, fun trivia stream. I think this is Oklahoma. It's Little Abner. Neil, good job. Neil, you got it with Little Abner. I didn't say that other dark stuff about, like, you know, nobody talked about, Jack. That's a complicated... Yeah. Anyway, sorry. This is not my story to tell. Deeply traumatic situations produce deeply traumatic people. Or deeply traumatize people who then deeply traumatize others. When is the stream funny again? In just a second. You said the shmoo, and that was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny when you said the shmoo, like Will Abner. She played a character based on herself in the Neil Simon scripted film Chapter 2. She played a character based on herself in the Neil Simon scripted film Chapter 2. The answer is not A Lost Generation of Queer People, Elig. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for tossing that one out. I do think you started typing that before I finished reading it. So, can't count it, but appreciate you saying it. But Marsha Mason. I don't think people were getting that one in 1994 either. I mean, they were. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, Ruth got it. In 1992, Sir Peter Ustinov became chancellor of a university in his native country. I have a weird guess. Carly Simon was a good joke. I have a weird guess on this, and I'm going to see if it's right. I mean, USSR is a much better guess, given his last name is Ustinov, but have you heard there's a rumor in sea? I'm going to guess Belgium. England! They've tricked you all! I was guessing Belgium, because Ustinov is one of the only other people to play Poirot in... yeah, Josiah did get it right. He played Poirot in a film. That's cheating, Peter Ustinov. All right, Josiah, would you like American history or American history? Several non-combatants survived the 12-day siege of this Texas mission in 1836. I've never watched the Ustinov. I think it's Death on the Nile, is what he did. Did he ever have to deal with all the champagne in the Nile? Almost typed Waco. We all almost typed Waco. Josiah did get in there fastest with the Alamo. There is no basement in the Alamo. Benghazi ain't going away. It could. In July 1965, 20 years after Truman proposed universal health insurance, this program became law. In July 1965, 20 years after Truman proposed universal health insurance, this program became law. Ah, yeah. See, I didn't ring in because I'm having the same problem chat's having. Medicare. Tom Reeve got it right. It was Medicare, not Medicaid. I'm embarrassed I've never read an Agatha Christie novel, but I watched the Doctor Who episode with the bees. That's enough. That's all you need. That being said, Murder of Roger Ackroyd is a good book. If you want to start with a Christie novel and you want to start with a good one, Murder of Roger Ackroyd. Or don't. This pamphlet advocated American independence by saying, "'Tis time to part." I think people can work out this question from just by thinking about it a little bit. Jack got it right. Did you like my little joke? Did you like my little joke I made? That you said you could work it out using your common sense? Elig, I was not familiar with Jacques Hughes, and it came up on a different episode of Jeopardy recently, and I spent like a whole evening reading about the Dreyfus Affair. So, that happened. That's my life. Everyone's just naming their favorite historical pamphlets. Neil, I cannot read A Modest Proposal on an empty stomach. Jacques Hughes, Will's brother. For 800. Before he died in 1790, this Pennsylvanian's last public act was to sign an appeal to abolish slavery. I mean, 1790 Pennsylvania, and I think Neil probably got it, right? Ben Franklin, yes. I think William Penn was long dead before then. And for 1,000.
It's the Daily Double! God damn it! Oh! That's right! Everything you've been doing is now doubled. You're now like that guy in Birdman! The cartoon, the Adult Swim show, not the impossibility lightness of being whatever the fuck is.
In 1541, this Spanish explorer reached as far north as Kansas, finding an Indian village, but no wealth. I believe I know the answer here. Letting people ring in, letting people answer, letting people type their answers. More of a little Abner guy. I believe it's Coronado. It was Coronado. Neil, good job. And that's regular Jeopardy. At the end of regular Jeopardy, our scores are... Ooh, Kevin and Ruth remain simpatico. They're real simps for each other. Kevin with 2,800, Ruth with 2,900, Mike Laser at a paltry 1,100. Double Jeopardy. All right, we have the 1960s. Peaks and valleys. Herbs and spices. Bible books and authors. Espionage. And literary potpourri. Neil, it is your board to control. Herbs and spices will be MF Doom samples, right? Yeah, is that what you want to go there first? It also, of course, is presumably reference to that time I wrote a very stupid newswire about the fact that the Kentucky Fried Chicken Twitter account was only following 11 guys named Herb and the Spice Girls. Which I still think is one of the funnier things a PR person has ever done. American colonists used red bergamot to make this drink while they boycotted British goods. Neil in there very fast spilling the tea. I should reveal what the answers are instead of just assuming that it's the very obvious answer. Cardamom is a member of this family that you should be able to identify in a snap. In a snap. You should be able to identify it in a snap. In a snap, like snap peas. Like snap peas. Like pee-pee. Hello, welcome to the ASMR portion. How does this sound? If I do it like this, is this good for people? Is this good for people? Is the sound right now pleasant or bad? Do you feel like you're more simpatico with me right now? Do you feel like you're more simps than you were before I started talking like this? It was Ginger. We're all dumb fucks. Fuck. Fuck. Ginger Snaps, that's a cookie. Ginger Snaps is a cookie. Is it challenging what I'm doing right now? Is it a good kind of challenging? The kind where you feel like you're climbing a mountain towards your better self? I'll stop. Yeah, ginger snaps are good as hell. Turmeric gives this color to curry. Ginger Snaps is a movie. It's Gaz adjacent. People love Gaz. Like, Gaz is a very popular character. Yeah, answer's yellow. It was all yellow. I'd rather fly. Gas is popular. Italians preserve basil by salting the leaves or by putting them in a jar filled with this. I love to hear about what Italians do. Answers so far: vinegar, rice, piss. Piss 2. A Gary Butterfield. Yeah, you got... Jack, you got to figure out how to put the copyright symbol in there. If Gary finds out... Gary's on a trip right now. He will find out, and he will get mad. Phlogiston for Life has an interesting answer in there that I like. It was oil. It was just oil. I'm going to give it to Phlogiston for Life for olive oil. Yeah, all right. Ruth tried vinegar. And for 2000. Parsley? A podcaster get mad at me? What are they going to do? Make a meme post on Patreon? That's fucking right. Parsley, thyme, and a bay leaf are the classic ingredients in this French bundle of herbs. I think I know the answer here. Oh, maybe I don't. That one makes more sense, Tom Reeve. I was going to say herbs de Provence. Bouquet garni. Very good, Tom Reeve. I was not familiar with bouquet garni. Tom Reeve, you've got control of the board. Do you want the 1960s, peaks and valleys, Bible books and authors, espionage, or literary potpourri, which could feature bouquet garni? Right, you could put some cooking herbs. Now, Tom Reeve, I do think that in this situation, you would be putting them in a sachet. Not just a little bag, but a sachet. Literary potpourri. In Ode to the West Wind, Percy Shelley asks if this season comes, can spring be far behind? A David Suchet. That's a real Suchet touche, Jack. And now we've been simply too droll together. I feel like I'm very simpatico. We're really simping for each other. It was winter, the one that comes before spring. Yes. Duck season. Crabbit season. The way a novel is presented is called the point of this. It might be third person omniscient. No. Josiah's got it right. The point of the thing. Nabokov wrote his first novel, Mashenka, in this, his native language. Might have been a friend of Peter Ustinov, if you know what I mean. I feel like if I respected Nabokov less, there'd be a joke like, whatever they speak on Epstein Island. Ha 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 ha. But it was Russian, yeah. I keep remembering that I need to reread Pale Fire. God, that's a cool book. That's such a fucking nerdy me book. The Lilliputians, created by this author in 1726, turned up 220 years later in a children's book by T.H. White. I hope he made a modest proposal to use that copyright. Pale Fire's so fucking cool. Vin, yeah, Swift. Get it, Neil? I made a modest proposal joke because this is Jonathan Swift. It's Swift. Get it? You were not swift enough, Tom Reeve. You got beat. Last name of the aristocratic British authors Nancy and Jessica, who were sisters. Drew? Wait, is it actually Drew? Because Nancy Drew's a character and Jessica Drew's a character. Neil was lost in thought thinking about Mel Gibson's Gulliver Travels from the early aughts. Mitford! You can always tell a Mitford woman. All right, Vin, you have control of the board. Do you want espionage, the 1960s, peaks and valleys, or Bible books and authors? Am I right that that was Mel Gibson in that Gulliver's Travels? What book you said you have to read? Pale Fire, Rodrigo. Pale Fire, which is a very, very, very nerdy book that is a fake poem. And then the fake, I mean, you know, a poem's real, but a poem written by a fictitious poet that has then had fake commentary attached to it by a different fake author. And I guess they reference it in Blade Runner 2049. Cool! Denis Villeneuve's probably fine. Is Danson who I'm thinking of? Danson did it. Okay, Danson did the Gulliver's Travels. Okay. By the way, this stream brought to you by Nido. One of those Nido cubes. I've been working it pretty hard the whole time we've been playing. Bibles, books, and authors, because Vin loves the Bible. Damn, Pale Fire is a House of Leaves. Or J.J. Abrams' S. The Old Testament attributes authorship of Deuteronomy to this man. Who up working the cube? I'm working my cube. You got one of those infinity cubes? No, it's a Nido. A Nido. They're these like they're like goo cubes. They're the goo cubes. They always stick together. Goo cubes. Best of friends forever. I think this is attributed to Moses. Yep, Moses. Vin, a.k.a. Mr. Bible! Everybody knows Vin's Mr. Bible. Everyone call Vin Mr. Bible. I'm proud of you, Vin. Ezra begins his book with the rebuilding of this. I know some guys who were better than him. I think you have to be more specific than that, Tom Rave. Everyone's just saying the temple. Okay. The temple. It's just the temple. All right. Fuck me. Did spend 9 years in Catholic school. That's why you're so cool. He didn't write them all, but he was the principal contributor to the Book of Proverbs. The temple with intentional caps. They're called yarmulkes, Phlogiston. Alexander Hamilton wrote, "The other..." Yeah, it's Solomon. Daniel must have had a tough time writing out this Babylonian king's name 32 times. Spelling is going to count here. Spelling, exact spelling, please. Jack, that is correct. That is That is exactly right, Jack. You got it exactly right. Good job. Nebuchadnezzar. Remember, there are no vowels in Hebrew. But there are vowels in Jeopardy.
It's a daily double. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. I get so excited because you can double your. You can double. Oh.
He chronicles his visions of wheels and cherubims. I don't think I've seen a correct answer yet. Vin's... See, I think Josiah's right, but I might be wrong that... I think Vin might be right, and he's writing about Josiah's answer. Very good, Vin. It was Ezekiel, who I think is writing about Elijah going up in a wheel of fire. Is that right? Fun thing about all those biblical kings, they're also the names of all of the wine containers, like Jeroboam and stuff. Vin, you have control of the board. Do you want espionage, peaks, and valleys, or the 1960s? Yes, Wheels on Fire, the theme song to Absolutely Fabulous. This wheel's on fire. Notify my next of kin. Vin, you know you don't have to write the comma, right? It's text. The French call this peak Mont Cervin. The Italians call it Monte Cervino. The friend slop category. The friend slop category. I'm bad at geography. Yeah. Vin and Neil both just claiming French and Italian citizenship, I guess. The Matterhorn. Very good, Tom Reeve. Very good job. And that was the last question of the round and a triple stumper. The Limbang River Valley splits this oil-rich sultanate in two. God, which ones are sultanates? I don't think I'd ring in on this. That's my... Tom Reeve, that's my guess. Ooh, that is a good sultanate, though, Jack. Very good, Jack. Take control of that board. Seize the board. In 1897, Matthias Zurbriggen conquered this Andean peak. (1897) Matthias Zurbriggen conquered this Andean peak. Is K2 in the Andes? No. K2's in Asia, isn't it? Am I really dumb right now? Aren't the Andes in South America? Aconcagua. Yeah, okay. The Andes are in South America. But also I didn't know the actual answer, so. Am I right? K2's in the Himalayas, right? Anyway, I believe I can fly. Isn't K2 in the Andes? Well, whatever. I don't know. Jack, you've got control of the board. Where's K2? Let's find out where K2 is. K2 is in the Karakoram range on the border of Pakistan and China. K2 is at the gas station up the street. It's like literally next. All right. Yeah, we had 1960s in espionage. Jack wants the 1960s. K2 is in... Rodrigo is correct. K2 is in near Automata. During a 1964 trip to Moscow, this Cuban leader slid down a chute on a rug in the Kremlin Gardens. Man, they're really going hard after Batista. Really calling out Batista. Batista. For 800. In the 162nd and last game of the 1961 season, he hit his 61st home run. What is Castro step? What's Castro step? And Jack got it right. Jack has the arcane knowledge of sports. Jack has the magical knowledge called sports.
It's the daily double. Oh, God, one double wasn't enough. There's 2 daily doubles. They're doubled in the second round, which we call double Jeopardy. I gotta hit the sound. Yeah!
Wooden ball only. On May 14th, 1965, an acre of Runnymede was bequeathed to the U.S. as a memorial to him. On May 14th, 1965, an acre of Runnymede was bequeathed to the U.S. as a memorial to him. It'd be great to know what Runnymede was. Like, Josiah, that's the best guess I can think of. The dates are all wrong. What is Runnymede? Runnymede is not a good name. I bet British people say it like Runnymedium. Runnymede is a place in England. Yes, I know that. It's on account of the words in it and the sounds and how awkward it is. Runnymede. God. It was JFK. Go with the easy... Yeah, okay. Yeah. No real connection. Just make... Yeah, the timing was... they're a little slow over there. In 1964, this 563-carat sapphire was stolen from the American Museum of Natural History. Tom Reeve says the Jewel of the Nile. Incorrectly, the Star of India. The Star of India. The Romancing Stone. Heist, heist, heist. The Hope Diamond. A lot of... Wrong! And for 2000. In October 1962, 130 years of this country's rule over Western New Guinea ended. Okay. I have a guess. On account of... Yeah, okay. Everybody guessing their favorite colonizers. Let's say Portugal, dark horse. I'm going to say England. Y'all are saying France. I'm going to say England. Oh, Josiah got it right. Josiah said France first, but still got to get, I guess, credit. Netherlands. All right. Ruth got it wrong. Triple stumper. Fortunately, Josiah, no category to pick from. It is espionage to finish. Espionage for 400. While spying for the Germans in World War I, she pretended to be an East Indian temple dancer. And of course, one of the villains in The King's Man. Everyone's favorite film in the Kingsman franchise. And of course, also... God, isn't she in one of the... Mata Hari was correct. Oh, that's right. One of your characters in Shadowhearts is Matahari, I believe. But she's a good guy. Hanged as a spy in New York City in 1776. It's believed he was betrayed by a British loyalist cousin. Shadowhearts is so fucking good. I don't think I'm ever going to play any of them again, but man, those games kick ass. Tom Reeve, that is incorrect. Why would a British loyalist give up Benedict Arnold? Why would a British loyalist give up Benedict Arnold? Benedict Arnold was not hanged. Benedict Arnold successfully escaped to England after his wife successfully distracted all of his pursuers. Read a book. Jack is correct. Nathan Hale. I'm proud of you, Jack. I'm proud of everybody. Everybody tried! Mike Laser, said Benedict Arnold. Y'all are on the Mike Laser wavelength. Well, la si da. I did not know that. To be clear, I want to be clear. I didn't know Nathan Hale. I just knew it wasn't Benedict Arnold. Shin Bet and Mossad are two of this country's espionage agencies. Cool question in 2026. Cool question in 2026. No one can have a feeling about this. Everyone knows it's Israel. In the 1960s, this American reconnaissance jet was replaced by the SR-71 Blackbird. Fuck them forever. The Zionist nation. Neil is correct. Well, Phlogiston for life. Your grandpa was replacing a classic. Tom Reeve, is that a U2 joke? Zoorope is a U2. Everything I know about U2 is from listening to you talking U2 to me, and not 1 second of actually listening to a U2 song that isn't like one of the hits. One of their albums, yes. Great. Sounds like it was a beautiful day to listen to it. Okay, we already did that one. And for 2000, during the Civil War, this detective headed McClellan's Secret Service, also a piece of shit. Sometimes spies is pieces of shit. Sometimes being a spy is like the same morality and skill set as a piece of shit. Man, Jack, I really like that you hesitated and got beat on the one that's the name of a Weezer album. All right, going into Final Jeopardy. Oh, once we have almost a duplicate of last time. So Ruth is in last place with 4,100, but she has less. She has more than half of Kevin, who's in the lead with 7,300. And then right in the middle, 6,600, motherfucking Mike Laser. Mike Laser. Final Jeopardy category is British royalty. I would bet $0 goddamn on this question. The part of Mike Laser will be played by Manny Jacinto. Mary, fuck, kill, Weezer, Will, and Jesus. I hope y'all kill me. Here we go. Remember, I hit the button, I read the question, I play the song. Thanks, Jack. It's me, Weezer Will. I can't think about... Hold on. How would I... What's a... In my office, I read Jeopardy. Not very well. Wait till the song's done. In the line of succession to the British throne, she's number 5, the female highest on the list. This is in 1994. This is in 1994. Just recreate the British family tree in 1994. Who is Anne? Anne Richards. She used to date Bill Dauterive. Jack says, I hate this. All right, I think everyone's... Like, is it Margaret? Is it Di? Is it... It's Beatrice! Of course, it was Beatrice. Ooh, Mike Laser bet everything and got it wrong? Kevin bet a lot and got it wrong. Only Ruth is our correct person. Ruth is our champion. Mike going home with a Panasonic camcorder. She's one of Edward's kids. Beatrice, British royal. Googling. Princess Beatrice. Born 1988. Beatrice Elizabeth Mary is a member. She is the elder daughter of... she's Prince Andrew's daughter. Sorry, formerly Prince Andrew. Kevin gets a trip to Tampa, Florida. Ruth gets to play Jeopardy again with a very low score. A low-scoring game back here in 1994. Thank you, everybody, for playing Jerkpardy. I hope you had a good time. I hope that John and Desiree were not blown away by a tornado so that we can resume regular streams next Friday. No, Tom Reeve, we didn't learn that Prince Andrew must not have been a pedophile because he can't sweat. God, the Rhythm Nation would hate that. Did I get that right? Oh, we did get that. Vin tells me we did get that. Everyone, good night and good luck. And remember, I'm proud of each and every one of you if you got a question right at some point, which means I think not puppy. But most of the rest of you probably. Good night.